Welcome to our first fall vlog of the year. I'm so excited. This is going to be a fall reading vlog, and I'm going to be reading our 2 book club books for the month in this vlog, and another book that I have picked out that gives fall vibes because it is a monster fantasy type book that just kind of gave fall, that kind of goes with the vibe of these. We'll be starting with A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping. This is our August book club pick for the month, and I absolutely love Zangu Madana's first book, A Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches. So I can't wait to dive into this. It's not that long. It's just over 300 pages. I cannot wait to get to this. She's one of the most powerful witches in Britain, and he is a magical historian. Yeah, super excited about that. Our secondary book club pick for the month is Bride by Ali Hazelwood. This will be a reread for me. I didn't absolutely love Bride the first time I read it. I think I gave it a 2.5 or a 3-star. It was okay. I want to reread it to see if I like it better now. Plus, I would like to reread it in preparation for Mate coming out in the beginning of October. So I'm just going to read it with the girlies for book club. This will be a reread. I'm actually genuinely excited to reread this. I was not at all excited to read it the first time around, so we'll see. I really don't know. I'm nervous, but I'm more excited than I was the first time I read it. And our final book of the vlog will be Kiss of the Basilisk by Lindsay Straub. This is stunning. Hey, this is so pretty. This is on my August TBR. I just want to read it in a vlog, and it gives kind of fall vibes because it is a monster romance fantasy games princes dark gothic. It gives fall to me. So we're going to read it in this vlog. Also, Heather, if you're watching, you asked me to read Kiss of the Basilisk in a vlog. Here you are, girl. You're welcome. So this is our lineup. I'm going to start with A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping because I want to make sure I get this done for our chat. And I'm just genuinely excited. I'm screaming from the rooftops that I need a witchy book in my life right now because I just need to read. I need it to be fall. I need it to be witchy. I need it to be a spooky season. I'm ready. So we're going to start with this, and I'll give you some updates when I am a little bit into the book. I'm genuinely so excited for this reading vlog. I can't wait to read fall books. I'm genuinely so excited. Thank you. Thank you for coming, fall. It's the best season. Let's go get reading. Really loves her parentheses. There's literally parentheses every paragraph. It's kind of making me upset. I also want to know when the love interest is going to come in because now it's just her and her family of people. So I need to read you this quote that I just read. I've met our love interest. His name is Luke. He cares for his younger sister who has autism and is also a witch, and I'm in love with them. He comes to the inn, which the inn only shows itself to the people that need it, or it's a magical inn that only shows itself to whoever needs it. And this quote says, "It seemed at first glance like a ridiculous theater, unnecessary and a bit silly, but at the heart of it, weren't they just a handful of people trying to be good to one another? It was the first thing about the inn that made sense to him. It would probably be the last thing, too." And I just love that. Because I love them. I am about halfway through the book. I'm on chapter 18, about halfway through. I'm just loving them working together through this spell and trying to figure out what's going on, even though Luke is reluctant to help her in any way. But he's just a good guy and wants to help. I'm eating this up. It's just what I needed to get into the fall spirit. I'm loving every second. There's a masquerade in this book, and they're hiding together, very closely together, at a masquerade. I'm freaking out. I'm almost done. It's about to get really good because they're not supposed to be there. Well, she's not. And they're hiding, and I fear they're gonna get caught. Yeah. But I just want her to get her magic back. Also, the vile man that is a terrible person in this book, I hope he gets what's coming to him. Yeah. I finished A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping by Sangu Madana. This book, I like the plot better than A Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches, but I like the romance in A Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches more. There was a lot less romance in this. It focused more on Sarah getting her magic back and the found family at the inn and things like that, which I really enjoyed. It was a very good book until the end. The ending really ruined this book for me, and I'm kind of upset about it. I was gonna rate it a 4.5 all the way through the book, and then the end happened, and I was gonna rate it a 4, and then we had our book club discussion last night, and now I'm thinking even less of a rating because of everything we talked about, because now of what happened, everything else is going to change, and that makes me really upset. So I'm conflicted on my opinions about this book. It's a fun book. I had a fun time with it. I'm between a 3.5 and a 4. Probably a 4 because I don't want to be too harsh on the book. I had a good time, and I loved what I was reading, and I read it really quickly, and it kept me entertained, and it was a witchy book when I needed a witchy book, and for that, I really, really enjoyed it. But the ending ruined the entire book for me, and I'm really upset about that. So we finished our first fall book of the year. Unfortunately, the ending made me upset, but I didn't write the book, so I can't change it. My birthday is a week from today. My grandma got me these cute cat coloring books and some colored pencils, and I got myself this coloring book and these white pens and these markers, and I started last night listening to Kiss of the Basilisk because I just need a break from physically reading, and Kiss of the Basilisk is on Everand. And I just feel like I wanted to listen to this because A, the font, uber small. Okay, I made it to chapter 8, which I don't know is how far in the book because I was listening to it. So I made it 88 pages through the book listening last night while I colored my picture. I did a picture with my markers and colored pencils out of this coloring book. This is my picture. Isn't she so cute? I kind of made it like a nighttime picnic with the scream, and I made the cat look like my cat Cleo. I tried to. I'm getting the hang of these markers, but I think I'm going to sit here and do another coloring page and listen to a bit more because I need to just calm down, and this is really helping my anxiety. And I just like it to focus on something else. So I think I'm going to do this coloring page. I saw something on TikTok where you can make it look like a film reel, and that's very reminiscent of the Scream movies. So I wanted to do them at the movie theater. I saw this one and thought that the film reel will be perfect for them at the movie theater. So I'm going to try to make it look like that and do that one while I sit here and listen to a little bit more. And I might try one of these later in the day. I also have to deep clean my house, so I plan to listen to Kiss of the Basilisk quite a bit today. So hopefully we can listen to a lot of it. So far in the book, my feelings are very mixed. All these people care about is doing the deed with each other, and that's all they care about. Wait, pause. The whole idea of the book is she's training with the Serpent King. She gets the Serpent King, which is an honor apparently, because not everybody gets a Serpent King. But all of these women who are the same age as the prince go to these basilisk people who are in their human form and train with them to learn how to pleasure the king.
The woman was too stunned to speak.
And I'm only 8 chapters in. I really hope that it becomes something other than just everybody caring about doing the deed, because that's crazy. But and I already hate the prince, so that's where I'm at. But we'll be back with updates, and I'll show you guys my coloring page when I'm done. On chapter 13, I'm about 150 pages through this book. It's becoming less about them wanting to do the deed. However, it's still very pertinent. She's still trying to win over the king, and she's still getting these lessons. But these men came up to her and, like, tried to assault her, essentially, and she ran to the Serpent King, and he's like, gonna retaliate for her, and that's cute. Love that. However, I'm just kind of listening to it. I don't really have any feelings. I'm liking the prince a little bit more now that I know what he's dealing with between his father and being a prince. A little bit more. I feel like we'll get more in depth into it as I go through the book because we're only on page 150 and there's almost 500 pages. Oh no. There's 515 pages in this book, so we're not even close to like a quarter of the way through. So I feel like we'll get more of that. There's also this like mystery thing happening in the castle, and the basilisk and the people, like the humans, were at war, and now the basilisks are basically like servants to the humans, and I feel like there's deeper things within that as well that we'll learn, so I'm kind of intrigued to learn about those, but other than that I'm just kind of listening and coloring and doing nothing. I did finish my page. I did the little film reel like I wanted to, and inside the film reel is kind of monochrome and outside is all of the colors. I'm really happy with how it turned out. I'm like obsessed with it. It's so cute. I'm really obsessed. And I started a new coloring page in my cat book. I tried to make it look like my cat Ozzy, who's over there eating her food. But this is what I'm working on right now. But I just finished chapter 12 and got this much done and the other page done. So I'm gonna take a break for a little bit, get some housework done, probably continue listening to it just because I want to not necessarily like get through it, but I want to make as much headway as I can so that I can read our next book. I'm not having a terrible time, but I'm just confused. That's where I'm at. Temperance is very interesting. She acts like she's really like tough, and then she like knows nothing. So it's quite interesting to see, but we're getting through it. We'll see what happens. I'll be back with an update when I read some more. Aw, gee. We'll be back when we read some more. Now that she's here. It's a little darker than her, but the markers turned out darker than they were on the page, than they are on the outside of the markers. So it still looks cute. It's still Ozzy. Mr. Ozzy. I just got to chapter 17, and I don't know how far that makes me in the book. Almost halfway. What? What is happening? I have a really big theory about our main girl, Temp. Can I call you Temp? Her name's Temperance. People call her Tim. Can I call you Temp? Anyway, I have a theory about her that I don't want to share because if I am right, it's a big spoiler. However, what is happening? I'm really more invested in this book now that what just happened at the end of chapter 16. Caspin, our main Serpent King guy, just met the prince. They had like a little meeting, a little powwow on how Temperance is doing. Weird. So weird. This book is half like cringy to me, but I'm also half like invested in what's happening. So I'm having a giggly fun time. Like, it's great. But what is happening? The end of chapter 16 just like sent me for a loop. I'm so shocked right now. Literally so stunned and appalled, and I had to take a break because I don't think this is supposed to happen. I don't think that this is allowed. What is happening? I don't think it's allowed. But I also think Caspin knows. If my theory is right, I think Caspin knows what I know. And that's why he did what he did. If you know, you know. This is a lot of spice. So much spice is in this book. It's literally like 75% spice, 25% plot. It might even be like 85% spice, 15% plot. But I'm living for the 15% plot. I'm living for it. I need to know what's happening. I I feel like I picked this up at the right time because I was in the mood for something silly, goofy, and fun while I started my little coloring. I finished my third picture, guys. I need to slow down. I'm gonna have no more pictures to color. Yeah, finished my third picture. My license expires because my birthday is next Saturday, as I keep mentioning. So I have to go do that and get groceries and be an actual human. I can't sit here and color all day, unfortunately. So I'm going to take a break and go do all of that. But I will be back and be reading more because what just happened shocked me to my core. But that's where we're at. And that's crazy. And I'm wondering how this is going to be a series. I really hope that the winner of the little prince's thing gets picked in this book, because if it doesn't, I'm going to be mad. But other than that, I don't know how it's going to be a series. The cover is stunning. Very misleading because it's just a spicy romance book. But we're halfway through the contestants and we're almost halfway through the book. So I'm really hoping that the winner gets picked. Still no more information on the little mystery thing that's happening within the castle, but I think we're gonna get that soon. Caspin also knows something about that, which is very strange. I hate the king. The prince is growing on me slowly. Caspin, I could take or leave. I like him better than the prince. Temperance, I could take or leave. She's the same way. She either wants to just do the deed all the time, or she wants to fight every man, which is a crazy back and forth. But that's really all that's happened. But what just happened was crazy, so can't wait to get back into it later. This is all I have left. I'm on chapter 39, page 462. There's 515 pages in this book. I have less than 100 pages left. I have maybe like 50 pages. So I listened to a lot while coloring and doing my nails. This book took a crazy turn that I didn't see coming, and I don't think I'm gonna see anything coming surrounding this book. I did do a coloring page. I'm gonna show you. Will I ever stop talking about my coloring? Yeah. You wish. I did like a red monochrome kind of, and with the lights coming down, so it's like lighter right here. You get it. You get it. Hey, you get it. You guys are here for this. This book took an incredibly wild turn. The thing that Temperance has to do in order to basically like be with Caspian, crazy. I don't want to spoil it, but it's the most insane thing I've ever read in a book, and I hated every second of it. Hated every second of it. Also, I don't know who I can trust in this book, and I'm very worried about what's about to happen. My theory was correct from earlier. When I told you guys I had a theory, it was correct. So I'm glad I didn't say what that theory was, because it would have spoiled pretty much the entire book. But it's not that hard to like figure out, at least for me. It's not. This book is all spice, no plot. However, I'm confused where we're gonna go from here, because things just keep going in a weird direction. And the mystery, from earlier, I now know, but it caused an even bigger mystery. And I don't know how much of that is going to be solved in this book, and that makes me kind of upset. But I'm honestly just kind of reading this because I'm curious now and not because of anything really, no real urge to read it. It's very interesting. I'm very stunned and appalled and shocked at the way that this book is turning out. But I did know going in that it was a lot of spice, so much so that she broke her pelvis. I did know that going in, but that's not even the worst thing that happens in this book. So, what I told you that I hated earlier, that's the worst thing. So far, we still have 50 pages left. So, we're gonna finally just finish it. I'm just, like, part of me is, like, interested, and, like, part of me is, like, at the same time, and I just don't know how I feel about this book. I only really care about if the prince chooses her and what comes of that whole situation when, I can't say because it's a spoiler, but what amounts when a basilisk, with the basilisks and the humans, because they're kind of at odds. That's the only thing I really care about. So I'm reading for that sole purpose. Let's just finish. I have finished Kiss of the Basilisk. You know how that saying where it's like, I finished this book and this book finished me? This book finished me, but like in a way where I feel like I can't form coherent thoughts, nor can I ever read Spice again. I'm kidding, but that's how it feels. There was just so much spice in this book that I don't want to ever read it again. And the next book that we're going to read has spice in it. So I hope this doesn't impact that at all. I'm hoping it doesn't. I'm going to keep that in consideration when reading it. There was just so much. So much happened in these 515 pages, and almost 400 pages of it was spice. This is not an exaggeration. However, I don't know what to rate this book because when there wasn't spice, if this book was cut, if the spice was cut into even half, I feel like this book would have gotten like a 4 stars for me. The light is going to turn off and on. It's broken. Hate to tell you guys, but I need the fan on because it's so hot. So ignore that. My apartment won't come fix it, so we have to deal with it if I want the fan on. However, I don't know what to rate this. I feel like if the spice was cut even in half, I would have liked it way, way more. It's a big part of the book, I get it, so it needs to be in there. But that much is crazy, for one. For two, there were unnecessary spice scenes in there, and there was this particular spice scene that I didn't like, and I feel like it could have been something else entirely. When we were discussing earlier the worst thing that happened in this book, worse than the pelvic bone breaking, yeah, that, I needed it to just not be in there at all. For the sake of not spoiling it, I don't want to say what that is. If you do want to read this, I say if you want to read the most unhinged book that you've ever read in your life, please read this. I'm between like a 2.5 to a 3.5, depending on what I think about with this book. And that's all I can really tell you. It was insane. And it ended on a cliffhanger, so I guess we'll be reading the second one when it comes out. I may have already also pre-ordered the deluxe edition before reading this, so we're going to read it, see if that is better than this, because I have hopes that maybe now that we're past all of the training and things, that maybe it'll be less spicy. I literally cannot say anything else about that because I can't form coherent thoughts. The only thing in my brain is snakes, and I'm really confused what happened to the end to even like give the end of it a rating. So I fear I need the next book. Good thing it comes out in November. You already know we're reading Bride next. I read this last year when it came out. 2 years ago. When did it come out? Last year, I think. And I gave it a 3 when I read it, and then the more I thought about it, the less I liked it. So on Goodreads it says 2. But we're gonna reread it because it is an Ali Hazelwood year, and I fear we're going to reread it and see if I like it better for the plot, and also reread it before Mate comes out. So we're gonna go start Bride by Ali Hazelwood. Reporting live from my lunch break yet again. I'm like 160 some pages into Bride. I'm flying through this. I'm on chapter 13. 163 pages. You want to see my bookmark? Why did I hate this the first time? I'm having such a good time with this book. I just got to the part where he literally grabs her hand. They're having family dinner. She's like, this is my first family dinner ever. He grabs her hand and he's like, don't play with your food, wife. Wife! Wife! Why did I hate this book so much before? It's a little cringy. Like, it's not top tier literature. But I'm having a good, silly, fun time with it. I don't know why I was such a hater. So I'm going to try to read the rest of this today because I genuinely can't stop thinking about them. Another thought that I had, Misery talks about her brother Owen, and they mention in the book that like the Vampire Council chooses their names, whatever. Why did they name her Misery and her brother Owen? Like, they were like, yeah, you're gonna be miserable. We're gonna give you a terrible name. Misery? And we're gonna give your brother? Yeah, because I think they're twins. And he's gonna be Owen. Just a plain Jane Owen. I'd be kind of mad. But I'm gonna continue to read this book because I can't stop. And if you don't get another update, that's why. Because I continue to just read this and have a silly, goofy, fun time. I've already read it, so I know what's happening. I don't really have many thoughts other than I was too harsh on this the first time. I don't know. Maybe it was just the wrong time and I was in a bad mood, but I genuinely don't know why I hated so hard on it before. Because it's good. Is it cringy? Yes. But he's trying his best to remain like professional, but he knows that she's like his, and he's like, I want her so bad. And she's like, so oblivious. And I think that's what made me mad before. I was so annoyed that she was so oblivious before. But now it's kind of hee hee ha ha. I'm kind of annoyed at myself for not liking this. And I'm really glad that I'm rereading this. It's getting me such in a fall mood. I'm having such a fun time. So I'm going to continue reading this. I'm just having such a fun time. But I'm going to probably finish it up today and I'll give you my final thoughts. I think the little teaser to Mate is like right at the end. So I want to try and catch that as well because I don't remember what all these people are talking about the two people who Mate is about. I thought it was a continuation of this book. Apparently I didn't pay enough attention last time. But yeah, I'm almost halfway. Gonna continue. If I have more thoughts, I'll let you guys know. If not, I'm just here for the vibes, and the vibes are immaculate this time around. I don't know what I was thinking the first time, but I'm so glad I reread this. So I must genuinely be clinically insane for rating this 2 stars before. What do you mean I rated this 2 stars? I'm genuinely having the best time of my life. I'm now quite a bit more through the book. I'm hopefully gonna sit here and finish it. I'm on chapter 20, page 246. What do you mean I rated this 2 stars? Like, I'm confused. My hate for this book, she's just melting away. Like, I don't know where she went, where she came from in the first place. Why was I so hateful towards this book in the beginning? I don't know. This book is great. I got through the fireplace scene, if you know what I'm talking about. you know, where she feeds from him for the first time and she's like, what just happened? Is it a little cringy? Yes. Am I overlooking all of that this time? Also, yes. I'm having such a good time. Like, I genuinely don't know why I rated this 2 stars. Literally, somebody hit me in the head. 2 stars? Am I nuts? I have to be. I have to be nuts. This makes me want to reread, like, all of my other 2 star books and, like, 1 star books and see if they're that bad. I don't know. Maybe we shouldn't do that. That seems like torture. But Miss Allie Hazelwood, I should have never doubted her. I should have never doubted her. I'm so sorry, Queen. I should have never doubted you. This just makes me so much more excited for Mate. This also makes me want to read every werewolf book, like, known to man. Like, I want to go on a werewolf binger and watch Twilight and Teen Wolf and what are other werewolf things that I can watch. I'm already watching the originals with my boyfriend, so I think that's why this is hitting too, because we're here watching the originals together, and like all I can picture Lo as is Klaus Miles. Literally, that's not who I should be picturing Lo as. Misery, this is who I picture as Misery, and this is who I picture as Lo. So do with that information with what you will. This book is phenomenal. I'm gonna go finish it because I'm literally like, how bad I want to reread this book already, and I'm rereading it right now. I'm having such a fun time. What other Allie Hazelwood book can I reread? If you have werewolf recommendations, leave them in the comments because I need more. I fear I'm gonna go on a binger. I finished Bride. I'm giving it a 4 stars now. From a 2 to a 4 is really good. 2 was generous last time because I absolutely hated this book with every fiber of my being. Now I love it. It's still cringy. It's not a 5 star for me by any means. I still love Check and Mate and The Love Hypothesis and Problematic Summer Romance way, way more. This is just so silly, goofy fun. There was one part that really irritated me, but it's a spoiler, so I can't tell you what it is. But other than that, loved every second. I was insane for rating this 2 stars. I'm so glad I reread this. Loved every second. But 4 stars. Can't believe that changed. I was scared to read it because I was scared it wasn't going to change, but it did. And I had such a good time. And it was the perfect start to my September. My birthday is tomorrow when you're watching this, I think. So we're gonna start some actually really fun books for my birthday, and I'll hopefully do a birthday vlog. I'm finally going book shopping. Can't wait. Huh, Ozzy? Thank you so much for coming along and reading these books with me. We read some crazy books, some okay books, and found a new favorite from an old hatred. Upcoming on my channel, my August wrap up, probably a birthday vlog, and I think I'm going to be reading new releases in a new vlog soon. So be on the lookout for all of that. I'm really excited for the month of September. I have so many plans, and it's going to be a good month. Honestly, it's going to be a good month. But I can't wait to spend my birthday with you guys tomorrow. I turn 25. So if you want to follow me anywhere else on social media, all my links are in the description. Thank you so much for watching me, and I'll hopefully see you guys in my next video, which will be my birthday vlog. If you read these books, let me know your opinions down below. I love you guys. Bye.